What about making yours sound better?
Hello, hello, hello. I'm probably too loud, so I will just turn down my mic a bit by a few decibels. That should be okay, I hope. Whoa. Great, and bam! Hey everybody, how are you doing? Hey, it's amazing to see all of you guys on YouTube, including Energy 7th, Warner Elda, Greedo, Dawson Davis, Nozira, Hard Devi, Resurrex, The Lurk, Captain Jones, Audio Trackers Marnix. Amazing to see you there, guys. The same with Foodtrack and all of the other dudes in there. And I also want to welcome Michal, Gabriel, Brittany, and Gary on Facebook. We have just started. This is going to be a great stream. This is going to be a great track feedback live stream. So first of all, just briefly about the rules. Please do not send your tracks to the chat feed, for example on Facebook or YouTube, because I won't be reviewing the tracks from there. In case you want to get your track reviewed, what you have to do is to join or go to our Discord server or channel or chat, however you want to call it, and there you will find this chat room called, I always keep losing it, feedback live streams, right there. So you will post your track there. It's that simple, and if you will be lucky, I will have enough time to review your tracks. What you just heard, I mean, this audio preview, that was actually a sample pack pretty unique sample pack, to be honest with you, which contains 233 pretty cool, pretty amazing X1 Serum presets. You won't be able to buy or to purchase this one or to get it, you know, anyhow. However, you will be able to get it for free in case you will join our membership. It's that simple. This is how our membership looks like. It has 7 days free trial, so you can, you know, feel free to try by yourself. If it will not suit your needs, you can cancel at any time. Just briefly about the membership. By joining it, you will get access to tons and tons of content, including 3 sample packs every month, 1 plugin every month, 10 DAW templates every month. We have templates for FL Studio, Ableton, and Logic Pro, and 24/7 access to all of our audio courses, videos that you can find directly on our web store. Plus, you will also get access to our secret vault archive. And as I just mentioned, you will also be able to download this amazing Serum sound set for free, absolutely for free. So make sure to check out our membership platform, because this is a really cool, this is a really great deal. Great, so that's about the intro, and yeah, let's move on to the tracks. First of all, I would like to play the track which won the last week's contest, the Producer of the Week contest, which is this track made by Ari and Kai Lewis called Wasted. And then I have these 2 tracks made by our members, which are the users that are a part of our membership. And I'm always going to review these as first, and then I will go right, I will get right to your tracks. Great, so just listen to the winner of the last week's Producer of the Week contest, because this track is pretty dope. Check out the drop. So this is the winner. I already provided a review or reviewed this track last week, so I just wanted to show this to you guys. Great. Now let's move on to the first track review of this live stream, and this track is called Assault Style Idea Test 1, made by who else other than Vanir Elda. Yeah, I do. I really do like the comments over there. It's great reading, that's for sure. Hey, Miko and Will Soap, Maktavish. Nice to see you again. So about the track, it sounds interesting. In my opinion, there is just too much of reverb implemented on these sounds, all of them, like mainly the drop leads, including the breakdown leads. Also, I feel like the bass line is a bit hidden under the rest of the elements, so I would definitely suggest you to make the bass line stronger, because you know the groove of all of these tracks are made by kicks and bass lines, so really you should focus more on the bass. And yeah, try to clear the synths. I mean, everything is in key, but I would definitely take off the reverb. I would make it more clear, more present, more in your face, and add more fills maybe. You know, it's work in progress, so again, it's hard to judge on this one, but that's about it. Hey, Ahmed. Any news on Facebook? Hey, Martin. Hey there, guys. Submitted mine too. Okay, that's pretty pretty cool. I'm always saying pretty cool. It's a bit weird, but I hope you will forgive me. Hey, Gary. Wisconsin here. Amazing. Martin, I check links via Discord, not the links that you will post in the chat comments area. Sorry. So yeah, let's move on. Here is another track. This is for Spinning Records contest remix for My Love by Breathe Carolina and Robert Falcon. Has most stuff from the original, but with my own twist at 128 BPM. Enjoy and vote for me if you like it. Cool. One very important thing here. Oh, I can see that you posted the link right here for the spinning talent pool. However, you know, every time, and that's also for you guys, in case you want to promote your track on SoundCloud, you always need to include the link to the description as well as under the buy button that you will find in the settings. You know, that way you'll be able to make some of the users that will listen to your track to click to it and to actually vote for it. What you did here is that you posted a comment which is kind of hidden. I wouldn't be able to see it for the first time, so you might lose some visibility for your link that way. Let's get to it. Are you there? Say you're here. I couldn't see without your loving, my dear. Light your fire, feed your flame, turn to ash. So wait to see you again. Where are you, my love? Are you my love? Are you my love? Are you my love? Are you my Good. Well, you probably added the piano in there, or I'm not sure what the twist means actually, but you know, it sounds clear enough. I feel like it could be mixed a bit better, like it could be more in your face, more louder, more obvious. I can see from the waveform that there are some dynamics that you, or some headroom that you could use in case of drop, for example. However, I'm really sorry to say that like this is not catchy enough. It is not unique enough. In case this should be like a award-winning remix, I'm not sure if it has a good chance to get the #1 spot or something like that. It's mainly because I'm trying to think of what's actually going there. it simply didn't grab my attention. Probably you should go for a bit different elements for the track. You should make it more unique. For example, the drop, in case to be honest with you, I do not know the original track, how it sounds in the original, so it's a bit hard for me to judge this remix. But remixes are all about creating some unique kind of drop, for example. So what I would do in this case is that I would probably go for kind of G house or bass house drop, just to make it more settled, more deep. What you did here is that you added some of your elements and combined it with the existing stems from the original track, and the output is not unique enough. It's not just about the sound. I mean, that's kind of there, but it's mainly about the idea. That's probably it. But it still sounds cool, that's for sure. I will just quickly welcome some of you guys. Phil is joining this live stream again. Reese and Joel, or Joel, my apologies. And Shift Day, amazing. Patrick, Martin, Parker, Minu, all of you guys on Facebook. The same here on YouTube. Where is Nick? Well, Nick is not doing these live streams anymore. I'm doing them, so you will have to watch me this time. Perfect. Well, yeah. Let's move on to the tracks that you sent us, or you sent me for the live stream. I will just go all the way up, and the first one is this one made by Bartua123. Bam. The other one is made by Skazer 2001. Bam. Sorry. And yeah, let's just open a few more. This one made by Ahmed. I know you like when I'm reading your name. And Audio Trackers, amazing. Take my Alan Walker remix from Discord. I will do that in case I will find time for that. The Skazer guy was me. Okay, Marnix. Perfect. Best samples channel liked. Amazing. Great, so let's start with Bartek. This track is called Official, so it is probably an official tune. However, it yet has not been released, so this track is private. Great, so about the drops, that's the part that you probably spend most of the time on. They sound cool. Definitely the whole track you should use or could use more fake sounds, more fills, more cuts, more of these little things that divides the basic tracks from the professional ones, from the advanced ones. So definitely, add some more of these kind of glitches and additional stuff in there. And the lead that you use there, the way that you pitched it down throughout the drop, that sounds cool. The bass also sounds cool. I believe that you might try to use a bit more of multiband compression or something to clear the bass a bit, because at this moment it sounds a bit muddy. And mixing and mastering, it could be done more louder, more aggressive. And definitely you should also spend more time on breakdowns, because at this moment they are very empty and you would lose a lot of listeners this way, because there's simply nothing extraordinary about these breakdowns. So use vocal cuts, use some acoustic elements or some melody leads or something like that, you know, simply to fill also these gaps in there. And yeah, that should be it. It sounds great, but still it needs a lot of work, that's for sure. Here is Marnix, perfect. Porter Robinson and Madeon remix. The track is called Shelter. I will quickly read the description. Remixed my favorite track of all time, Shelter. Favorite track of all time, that's pretty impressive. This track makes me feel goosebumps every time I hear it, so I really wanted to remix it when it came out, only I couldn't find an a cappella back then. Now I've found one, and I want to say I loved making this remix. Big shout out to Porter Robinson and Madeon, who made this masterpiece of a track. I can't wait for them to release more music together or their next albums. Great, so yeah, without further ado, let's get to it.
I could never find the right way to tell you. Have you noticed I've been good? 'Cause I've been
Yeah, this sounds good. The drop is clear enough, punchy enough, the drums are cutting through the mix. Again, I do not know the original Shelter track, so it's a bit harder for me to judge as always, but this sounds cool. I'm not exactly sure about the breakdowns. Yeah, it's all good. Probably I would use more effects sounds and maybe try to clear the sound a bit, but in general this sounds like a pretty solid track, and I do like it, so definitely big up for this one. I was just quickly going through the chat right here on Facebook. Hey Adrian and Reese, and yeah, someone asked me how many tracks am I going to go through, and that really depends on the time. I will go you know, through one track and after another from the top, but then before the end of the stream I will randomly open some tracks also of those guys that send it later, so all of you have a chance to get your track reviewed. So in case you will wait for the end of this live stream, maybe I will review your tune. Vocal chops need mixing. That's what Martin said. Arca is saying it's sounding good. Gonna listen to the original. Yeah, I will definitely do that also after the stream. Proximity still uploaded, Shelter. Okay, great. So Ahmed, and this track is called Savannah, double N, and Ahmed is saying that he loves Savannah. Okay, so So yeah, this is again work in progress. It would be better, guys, if you could send me like the full tracks in the future. Anyway, I feel like the sound designing is not really on place. The breakdown sound a bit empty. I mean, there is like a single piano playing, so definitely I would suggest you to use more pads and layers for the instruments that you are using in breakdowns as well as in drops. I feel like the mixing could be done much better for the drop, because at this time, like, the lead melody is really on the top, but the chords and the bass lines, that's hidden under it. It's not that hearable, it's not that visible. So definitely you should boost these elements as well, so you know all of them will be included in the drop, so it will have the proper body and it will punch properly through the mix, and it will make the needed impact on the listener when the drop comes. I'm also not a big fan of this snare that we are using for the drop. It sounds like from a synthwave track or something like that. So probably go for a clap or some kind of dubstep snare, just you know, mix it well with the kick. I'm just speaking too quick. Wow, I love this one. Well, Head Barrett likes it. I'm not saying it's bad, but you know, it definitely needs more work, mainly in the mixing, mastering, sound design area. Dope. So here is a track called First Ones, made by Audio Trackers, and it's an orchestral cinematic type of progressive house. So let's get to this one. Sorry for interrupting. There are a lot of guys sending me tracks in the Facebook comments area. That's really not needed, because I won't be reviewing these tracks. In case you want to get your track reviewed, go to our Discord group. You will find the link right under the live stream, and there you will find this feedback live streams chat room, and you will post the link there. That's the only way to get your track reviewed. Great, so I will start with the drops. I mean, the idea behind this track is definitely great. In my opinion, it sounds a bit too clear, a bit too harsh. So that I would suggest you focus more on the lower frequencies, on the low, mid-low frequencies, to add the needed body to the track. The mid-range bass synth, that like the rolling bass that you are using there, sounds a bit weird. I mean, the drop leads sound good, the kick sound good, the kick sounds good, but this bass is just too much, you know, up front, or too much on the top of the mix, or too much hearable. It should be hidden more in the track, because you know the bass should be really supporting the groove, but it shouldn't be one of the main sounding elements in the drop. That should be done by the drop leads. So probably, you know, EQ this mid bass and just cut off some of the high frequencies so it will flow better with the rest of the elements that you are using there. Also, I feel like the drop is not powerful enough. I'm not sure how much headroom still left there. So you can always use like a volume automation in case you are using, for example, a limiter on your master channel. So you will like put, it depends on what DAW you are using, you will put a volume controller and you will create this automation, and you will simply turn down the volume slowly right before the drop, and where the drop hits you will push the volume all the way up, you know, to make the needed impact and to prepare the listener for the drop, and then to, you know, blow his mind. So that's a pretty cool trick that I saw that is being used by a lot of big producers as well. Oh, that was the wrong icon. So that was this track by Audio Trackers. I'm going to open this one made by Juho or Juho Raphael, and another one made by Foodtrack. Let's see, one of our mods. One other track made by Stone Sober, and the fourth one will be this one made by Trism. Bang-a-dang. Turn the sub up and it will sound great. Can you please give me track feedback? Yeah, it is layer more. Okay, great tips, guys. The same here on Facebook. Lucas and Martin are giving some great tips. The same with Jeffrey Dijkstra. Amazing to see you there, guys, as well. Okay, yeah, let's move on to this ID tune. It has been uploaded 7 days back, made by Joe Raphael, and there are no tags, so I'm not sure what is the genre of this track. Okay, so Way 2 is giving this track 9 points out of 10. I would give it somewhere between 7 or 8 points out of 10. It sounds really cool. Definitely I would suggest to get some vocals, or at least use like some vocal loops or vocal cuts for the breakdown to make it more interesting. The overall mixing and sound design has been done properly. The only issue I would maybe suggest you to try or to do some A/B testing is to use a bit more professional, or a bit more not professional but different, you know, more unique sounds, because these sound to me a bit too generic, a bit overused. But that's maybe just, you know, what you were trying to achieve. It's a pretty solid commercial tune, and definitely you did a great job on this one. The melody is cool. The mixing and mastering is cool, and yeah, definitely. But again, it's work in progress. But yeah, I understand that you are sending me tracks for feedback. I would be interested if you start rating the songs you get for feedback. Well, Liam gives this track 11 points out of 10, which is impressive. Break is lacking. Okay, yeah, I will maybe rate the tracks, but you know, sometimes it could sound pretty bad for the tune, so I'm not sure about it. Food track, was this your? Okay. Oh, this one is yours. Sorry. So this is a electronic track made by one of our mods, and he is saying this is experimentalish. I don't want it to make EDM as always, so it can sound weird for you guys that don't know me. Here are the time codes to help you navigate through this song. I'll use it, trumpet solo. I'm curious about this one. And it's called Jazzy Submarine.
You are trash.
Watch E.
You are
What's the trumpet doing there? This part sounds a bit messy. There are too many elements playing at the same time. Good. Okay. Yeah. I get it. I get it. You are working on something unique. You did it. You achieved a unique sound. That's for sure. Yeah. The guys here on YouTube, I'm not sure if it is off key. I just think that, you know, there are so many. There are like 3 or 4 different elements playing different melodies. They might be in key, but it sounds a bit disharmonic when, you know, all of these arpeggios and plucks and trumpet are playing different melodies and there are vocal cuts included. So I don't think it is off key. There was a good point from one of you guys there that the kicks and the snares are not cutting properly through the mix, which is correct. I feel like the synths in the drops are a bit too loud. You know, you should leave more space for the drums. You should sidechain it more. I'm not sure if you are using any sidechain in the drop, to be honest, but in case you do, you should sidechain it harder, and in case you don't, you should start sidechaining it. Oh, it's so hard to pronounce it. So yeah, that should be about it. I mean, this is a crazy tune, so you know the bass by yourself, what all elements you used inside, and you simply did what you was looking for. So that should be about the review. Here is a drum and bass tune uploaded 1 month back, made by Alones or Ions, not sure about it, and the track is called The Avengers. Any news on Facebook? Does peace breathe there? Okay, yeah, that's very experimentalish. Oscar say that. Jeffrey, the same here. I mean, like, very. Yeah, I agree with you. It was very experimentalish, but I liked it. I do some polytonality, so it's basically something off key, but it's intentional. Also worked a lot on composition and not mix, my bad. That's what Foodtruck said about the track. Definitely not your bad. It was interesting, so I enjoyed listening to it. Sorry. Hey, Steven on Facebook, just click on the link right after this live stream and you will be able to find our Discord group like that.
Drop my needle. Drop my needle.
Well, interesting, that's for sure. Avengers theme. I like the way that he used the sub for the drop. It really has the needed power. However, on the other hand, the way that he used on you use the drop lead, it sounds a bit boring for the drop. I would definitely try to make it more crazy, you know, try to cut it off more, try to add some effects, you know, add some gliding, for example, when you are changing, or increase the portamento when you are changing the melody, and maybe even try to layer it or replace it by some other synths as the drop goes. Simply make it more aggressive, I believe. That's what I wanted to say, since it's a drum and bass track and the bass synths that we are using inside sound a bit aggressive. So I would suggest you to make, in case not this track, the future ones a bit more crazy. But the sound design sounds okay to me, that's for sure. And the idea is also great. Oscar is saying that he would expect more dubstep growls. Martin is saying, whoa, just whoa. The growl glide gives me chills in a good way. So Martin is pretty happy about this track on Facebook. Robert is saying that you should make it more big and heavy. A lot of great reviews there from you guys on Facebook as well as on YouTube. I'm really glad that you are a part of this track feedback as well. I wanted more bass lines instead of harmonies after the drop. Good, so what we've got there now, this is a bass house tune. The artwork is yeah, impressive. That's what I wanted to say. And the track is called Bring It Close to Me, made by Trism or Trism. Sampled basses. Hey Patrick, nice to see you here. Okay, well, I was pretty happy about this part, but I'm really not sure about this second drop. That just doesn't belong there because it sounds weird off key, off beat. However, this part is dope in my opinion. Sounds deep, sounds aggressive, so I will just throw this thing to my cat. So yeah, this part, you know, since you mentioned, or since you take this track as a bass house, I was expecting some, you know, a bit quicker BPM, but what you invented here sounds dope. Definitely you could improve the mixing and mastering to make the track more in your face, more aggressive, more, you know, louder, simply on the commercial level at least. The intro was interesting. I feel like some of these elements in there are off key. Yeah, Patrick agrees with me. It is, however, unique. That's for sure. You know, some great vibes, and yeah, that should be about it. I mean, from the sound design point of view, what you did sounds good, but from the mixing and mastering point of view, you could definitely do better. And from the production point of view, I mean, those elements that you use there in the way that you use there, that's like 50-50, because this part is pretty impressive. However, this part is just, you know, a bit weird. So I'm not sure what should I think about this tune. Great, so that was the track made by Trism. Here I have a track made by Silent. One more. My apologies. One more track made by Engin Ken Owner. And boom, and one more track made by Arca. That's a common guest here in my live streams. Nice to see you here, Arca. Good to hear it. Do you have a cat, Roman? Yeah, I do. She's just making weird things right behind me because she just probably woke up. I wanted to share this experience that I had during this weekend. There was a Don Diablo attending a show here in Prague, Czech Republic, in a club called Epic. We have been there, and to be honest with you guys, that was the best show that I ever saw from any producers or from any shows that I've attended in the past. I didn't expect it like to be. I didn't expect it to be that massive. I mean, it's a club, so you can expect the atmosphere. You can compare it by yourself with like an outdoor festival. But the way that Don Diablo has the whole show, I mean, it was around nearly 2 hours long show. How it has it structured together with like the audio, together with the visuals behind him, that was impressive. So definitely, guys, in case Don Diablo will visit your town one day, you should go and watch his show, because it will blow your mind. It was amazing. I mean, these visuals in there, I never saw something like that before. It gives me goosebumps right now, because, you know, every time I remember the feeling when I was dancing for his set, it was pretty cool. So definitely Don Diablo is a must-have show that you should attend. What up from South Africa, Stefan? You know, he is traveling all around the world, so maybe he will visit South Africa as well. Yeah, Arca, I said it wrong. Great, so here is a Slavik's sounds, and the track is called, it's a remix, yeah, it's a remix of a track called Don't Go by Yezu, so let's listen to it.
To the door, I turned around when I heard the sound of footsteps on the floor. Loud, just like addiction, now I'm hooked on you. I need some time to get it right, your love's gonna see me through. Your love's gonna see me through. Your love's gonna see me through.
Hey Dano and Honza, nice to see you here.
Your love's gonna see me through. 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 I'm gonna
yeah, this part is off key. I mean, the chords that you use there are a bit off key. Okay, great. The way that you use the bass and the drop together with the pitched down vocal, that sounds really good. This part over there sounds off key to me, simply this harmonic, so you should probably go and update it in case you want, or you know, simply make sure not to repeat it in your future productions. From the mixing and mastering point of view, I believe that this track could be a bit louder, more in your face. However, you know, the kicks are kicking through the mix properly, so it really depends on what you can see on your master channel and how much headroom is still left for in your case. It sounds good. The drop has some great vibes. I hope you guys on YouTube agrees with me. I hope so. Maybe someone will have a bit different opinion, so you can check the feedbacks on Facebook and on YouTube to see more about it. Great. Let's move on to Breakthrough track made by Ginken owner and Havoc.
Under pressure, no more time. Can we make a move? Overthinking, you and I. What do we have to lose? 'Cause I'm wasting all my time thinking of the things we could do. If you gave me one more sign, I could find a way to break through. A way to break through. Ooh, 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 a way to break through. Under pressure, and all my time thinking of the things we could. Ooh, 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 a way to break through.
Okay, this is great. I'm always so happy when I hear this, I mean, a quality tune during the feedbacks. I'm not saying that all of the other tunes are not quality, but this is a definitely 10 out of 10 tunes, like 10 out of 10 points tune. I have nothing to say about it other than this is simply, you know, great. The way that you use these public chords for the drop together with pretty solid sub, and for the drop, I already say that I keep repeating myself. The way that you combine it with drums, the way that you used vocal for the breakdown, everything is on place, everything sounds good, and yeah, you know, I wouldn't do a better track than this, so I have no power over reviewing this one. Yeah, guys on YouTube likes it as well. Yeah, they are giving it 10 out of 10 points as well, which is definitely a good sign. So really, you know, well done on this one. And again, you know, I can see from your SoundCloud channel, I mean, it's sometimes it's like that, you know, when you see guys having more than 5,000 followers, most of them have pretty solid tracks. And then, you know, it's a pity to see some dudes that have really quality production and have around, you know, a few dozens of followers. So anyway, here is a track called Drizzle made by Arca. Yeah, Martin is saying that it reminds him of the Diablo kind of bubble sounds. That's right. But you know, in this case, it was used in this kind of chill trap future bass tune. Good job, Arca. Yeah, Jeffrey likes the vocal chops. I do like them as well. I feel like they could be a bit more on the top of the mix. And the overall sound could be louder, you know, more in your face. Maybe try to add more reverb and delay on the drop leads, make them more clear. But in overall, I mean, this is a good tune. It's still work in progress, I believe. So definitely, you know, work a bit harder on the mastering and mixing, or not mixing, on the mastering to make it on the commercial level of volume. And yeah, it sounds good. Martin is saying that it's mixed pretty well, so no clipping, no distortions, the volume are on place. 10 out of 10 from me. So I will probably just use the guys over there, you guys from the comments area, for the track feedbacks. I will play the track and then I will read your comments. I'm not needed anymore in these live streams. So dudes, we are reaching the end of this live stream, so I will go randomly through your tracks. I'm so sorry in case I will miss some of you guys. However, as you can see, there are a lot of tunes there, like 107 or so. So boom, I just opened these 3. Dudes, don't be sad, because we will go through all of the tunes right after the stream and we will pick one lucky winner, the producer of the week winner, which track I'm going, or whose track I'm going to review as first during the next live stream. Good. Here is a track called Less Sham, made by Funks. And again, this guy has more than 7,000 followers, so I'm really curious about this tune. I like the way that how this bass is panned all the way to the, or not all the way, but it's panned to the left. That's a good effect actually. Yeah, well, this is definitely unique. It sounds very extraordinary. The only thing that I would probably advise you to update here are these sounds, this bass synth combined with a lead. Yeah, this squelchy one this one is a bit too aggressive. You know, the high frequencies are a bit hurting to the ear of the listener. So you know, make sure to get rid of these frequencies that are not that pleasant for the listener. But the rest is great. I mean, it's very interesting tune. The way that you are playing with the sounds and effects and everything, the way that you are using sub and, you know, drums, that's well made. But this is the only thing that I would suggest you to take care of. Great. Here is a track called Wake Up, made by Chesso. The 3-to-1 sample was from our sample pack. I can definitely recognize it. This is kinda generic, or not generic, kinda ordinary tune, to be honest with you. I would definitely suggest you to go for a bit more unique synths, because the way that you use this big room kick with this massive drop lead, you know, it's a bit overused. So try to you know, I know that, or I understand that you are looking to create this kind of EDM tune, but you know, take a look at what tracks are being released at this moment on Spinnin or Revealed or everywhere, and try to go this way rather than imitating these tunes, which were popular some months or even years back. Because in case you want to you know, get out there, this is probably not the track that will help you to get recognized by some bigger labels. And the way that you create a breakdown, it sounds great. The arpeggio that you use, the plugs and everything, for sure the mixing could be done better, the track could be clearer, more in your face, but like the general idea, the idea behind this track, that could be different, or that should be different, you know, simply to help you grow as a producer, simply to help your name grow. You should go for some more unique ideas and more unique type of tracks. Here is a Drop It tune by Ivan Kurtish, released on Slapstick Records. It was released 22 days back, and it's a hybrid, probably trap. So I'm really curious about this one. Let's listen to it. Yeah, this sounds dope. The 808 kind of bass that he used for the drop is interesting. What I really do like are the drop leads, both of them, like in the first as well as in the second drop. Well, in general, this is a good track. I would give it 8 out of 10 points. I feel like there are some things that could be improved, like these drop shots that we are using should be in the same volume of level as all of the other elements. The breakdowns are interesting. They are really uplifting. So this is like a nearly perfect track, but I believe that you will, surely get there in some of your future productions. Maybe, again, try to compare your tunes with some of the bigger hybrid trap / dubstep releases, and you will hear by yourself the best what is missing in your tune. I do like it, but probably the mixing and mastering could be a bit more clear, a bit more punchier. Even though this track is still powerful enough, it could be done a bit better. Mainly, the clearing of some of the mud frequencies in there, and mainly the crispness of the track. Whew. Okay, guys. It's 8 p.m. here, so I'll be shutting down this live stream for now. I'll be back again in 7 days, actually in 6 days, because the live stream should be every Tuesday. I wasn't around yesterday, so I had to move it to today, but generally our live streams are every Tuesday from 7 p.m. Central Europe time, and I really do like reviewing your tunes. In case you joined our Discord group and I wasn't able to review your track, don't be sad, because you just joined a huge community of music producers. There are more than 2,000 of guys similar to you that are looking for tips or feedbacks. You can see that in this Discord server there are a lot of interesting chat rooms, including collab chat room, contest chat room, music theory help, music help, self-promotion, feedback for feedback, and a lot of others. So you can really spend some time in there chatting with other guys, and we are there as well. I mean, me as well as other mods and AA production members. So this is not the end, that's for sure. I will see you soon. Again, it's 6 days from now. Make sure to tune again this live stream, and yeah, that should be about it. There were a lot of you guys today, really, on Facebook as well as in YouTube, and I'm so grateful for that. It was a pleasure to review your tunes. Thank you very much for watching. Have an amazing rest of the week, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.